Hey guys, I am Steve, and in this video we're going to go through every moment that you should look out for in the pre-order pack drop and analyze which ones you should keep an eye out for in the marketplace as well. So let's get straight into it. Top Shot actually released a spreadsheet, which I'm going to share with you right now. I'll put a link in the description below so you can look at it yourself as well. But it breaks down everything that we're getting in the pre-order pack drop. So this is important because there are varying values of all of these moments, and there's lots of different limited editions as well as commons, some of which we've had before and a lot of which we haven't had yet. For example, Luka Donic. Now, just to give you an example of how important this could be, there's a lot of LeBron Jameses. This is a graph of the player rankings from flowmarketcap.com. And obviously LeBron James is number one, as he would be in jersey sales, for example, as well. In Top Shot, he is the Ferrari. Number two is Zion, and number three is Luka. And we're going to be getting more of all of these players in the top 10, I believe, but we'll go through that right now. So if you get these players in your pack, or you've been looking at these players in the marketplace, all of a sudden their floor is going to drop. How do we know that? Well, the last time we had a pack drop, which was the stress test after the pre-order pack drop, was right here. Now I'm going to zoom in on this for you, all the way over here. Okay, so as soon as we had the stress test, the floor of the marketplace drops. So all of a sudden, the lowest ask moments that you could find anywhere on the marketplace were from around $10, and they dropped to about $5, and they since sort of leveled out and went back up to about $7. These are sort of rough guides of just observations here, but that's essentially what happened. So this is important because what's going to happen, that the stress test, there wasn't that many packs. There was I forget how many there were actually. I think there was 50,000 packs, and the floor dropped. So what happens when 359,000 packs and 1 million moments drop in the marketplace? Theory would suggest that the floor is going to drop yet again. So in this spreadsheet, this is what we're getting in our pre-order pack drops. Now, bear in mind, not all the pre-order pack drops were sold. They sold 359,000 and they had more to sell, 800, I think. I can't remember the exact number actually, but anyway. So we're going to get about 15 rookie debut LEs into the marketplace. They've also stated that 52 plays included in this drop are new, so that's significant as well. There's going to be another 14 rookie LEs where we get 1,000 each, and the previous one 100 each. That means that there's already a lot in circulation. We're going to get 23 players who have their first Top Shot, and we'll start to see these as we go down, because we can see the 12,000 here, which will correlate down to when we go through the moments. There'll be a lot of 35,000 CCs, which means the circulation of those are going to be 35,000 in total. So they're very, very common. We're going to get some with pretty much the entire distribution come out, and that's going to be your Lukas and things. You're going to get some like LeBron who are going to have another 10,000 come out, and you're going to have others who I can't remember off the top of my head are going to have a little bit less come out, but there's still some circulation to drop into the marketplace. So let's go through some of the significant ones that we're gonna get and keep an eye on. The first one I've pinpointed is Trae Young. So this one here, Trae Young hits a deep three. In my ranking of players, he is all the way down here at number 27. But that's okay. Atlanta Hawks have fans too. But we haven't had this one in circulation yet. So there's 30,000+ available to come out. We've also got a rookie here. God, I'm going to trip on this name. Okongwu. Okay, yeah. And he's got another 1,000 coming out into our circulation. So he might be a one to look out for because he's a lot rarer. Now we're going to go down also to the Nets. So I'm of the belief that if they're going to go deep in the playoffs, they might be a good long-term buy now to hold during the playoffs. They might be a nice little entry level for you to grab now and then hold throughout the playoffs until we get, we're assuming we get different packs and things, but we don't know what the price of those are going to be. We don't know what they're going to look like, what the plays are, but these might be a nice little entry level for you to get some championship player moments of 2021. So keep an eye out for the contenders, Brooklyn being one of them, obviously. We've got 30,000 Kyries that we haven't seen yet. We've got 30,000 Landry Shamits that we haven't seen yet. And we've got more Kevin Durant's and James Harden's. Now, I think these are undervalued here, these Kevin Durant's and James Harden's. I know the floor is going to drop again, but I think they're undervalued in comparison to what we saw to the last base set and where they are now. So if you go back and look at Series 1 or even the 15,000 commons, which were changed to limited editions, they cost more to acquire, quite simply. So I wonder from a year from now, or especially if they're the champions, what these moments are gonna cost. So that's just a feeling of mine. And these are what we call liquid players, and that's why I brought up this list. And I think the Nets have a slight, in this popularity contest, I think the Nets have a slight angst towards them, a slight. People don't like Kevin Durant as much because he jumped ship to Oklahoma. Kyrie's a bit of an odd character as well. So these things play a factor, but James Harden at number 7 is clearly what we would call a liquid player, and one I like to keep an eye on. I've already got a couple of these, which right now are at a loss, but I'm really happy to hold them. Moving on to Boston, we've got a few more Jaylen Browns and a few more Jason Tatums coming our way, but we've got a brand new Kemba Walker coming our way. So if you're a Boston fan, keep an eye out for that. Peyton Pritchard, he's one of the limited editions, and he'll be worth looking out for because he is one of those 14 rookie debut LEs. So that'll be interesting as well. Peyton Pritchard, where were we? And then we move on to Tristan Thompson. I'm not at all excited about that. Surprised he didn't get traded. Then we moved on to Charlotte. Now, Charlotte are a fun team to cover. Unfortunately, they've been a bit injured lately. But we've got 30,000 Lamelos that we haven't seen, although I think they are, in fact, due to the stress test, they've been on the market. So Lamelo Balls. So we've got the 4,000s. Sorry, I'm wrong. We've got more of these coming, and we've got also the 30,000. So we've got both his career first assist, which is this one here for 1850. So if you get that, you are the luckiest person. I mean, having a $9 pack and having an $1,800 moment, mate, you are lucky. But you've got like a 0.2% chance of getting one of these limited edition rookies. So if you do, know how lucky you are and don't flip it for $5. Otherwise, you don't deserve my sympathy. Now, we've got Lamelo Ball's first career assist, as I said, that one there. And we've also got this new 30,000 K1. So that will be really interesting as well because it's a moment that we haven't seen. It's his first career bucket, and Lamelo Ball's been fire because essentially he's a shoo-in to get Rookie of the Year. Hopefully he comes back and seals that in concrete, but we'll see how we go. We've got a Terry Rozier as well. Another fun player that we haven't seen before. Moving on to Chicago, Patrick Williams, 30,000. We've got Cindy Osman from Cleveland. He's getting a 30,000 as well, so we haven't seen him. Moving back, we've also got Wendell Carter Jr. There's only 3,000 there, and a Patrick Williams, very limited edition rookie. Only 100 of them are coming out as well. So if you get Patrick Williams, make sure you look at it properly, and it's the make sure it's not the 30K. If you've got the limited edition one, you want to make sure you price that one right or hold that one right as well. What else from Cleveland? Not much. JaVale McGee got traded. Jared Allen, Larry Nance Jr. Nothing to get too excited about. But in the Dallas Mavericks, we do have something to get excited about. We've got Luka Doncic in a moment we haven't seen before in 30,000, 35cc common, and we're going to get 30+ thousand of them. Now, Luka is number 3 on our all-time hit list of our popularity contest. That is NBA Top Shots. So if you get that, that is a very good get. I'd be really excited if I got that one. In Denver, which is another fun team, we've got Gary Harris and Jamal Murray in moments that we haven't seen yet. And we've got some more Jokic's, which is good. Jokic's are very valuable. Moving on to the Detroit Plumlee. Keep an eye out for him. I think he's underrated. I'm kidding. If you get that, it's just short straw. Sorry. Jeremy Grant, 30,000. We haven't had that yet, though. Maybe he'll get a most improved player. I'm not buying into the fact that, these guys might get badges or anything like that for MVP and most improved. And there's only so many badges we can have, guys. So let's, we just got all these other badges and we knew they were coming a long way out. So let's not go crazy on most improved player, even though Grant probably deserves it. Moving on to the Warriors, we've got Damian Lee. This is a moment we haven't seen before, but he did have a little bit of a moment where he was popular on Top Shot, I think because he did a few lives and things, and then he wasn't. He sort of went down again. So anyway, Wiseman, this is a good one. Either one of Wiseman's that you get in his 35cc or his limited edition rookie, these are really valuable, especially his rookie there. You can see it at $545 at the time of recording. So Wiseman's, I kind of like Wiseman as a buy. You've also got Curry. You got more of his commons coming out as well, and I actually like Curry's common. It's very typical Curry, weaving through the defense of the San Antonio Spurs, and he's one of our liquid players as well. He's 5. I'm almost surprised he's 5th, but he's right up there with the liquid players that we love in Top Shot. Moving on to Houston, which is a bit of a dog's breakfast because we've got Eric Gordon, who's injured. Jayshawn Tate, though, really like him. He's a good rookie. He's a very good get if you get him. He just came from the NBL. Whoop. Be happy if you get him. John Wall, this is a moment we haven't seen as well. So that, I believe, is going to be a nice one because John Wall's got some good highlights. PJ Tucker, it's going to look weird because he got traded. Just my opinion. Same with Victor Oladipo. It's going to look weird. He was just as a challenge, so he's going to devalue. Well, he already did. He was part of my. If you watch the second last video, the one before Jordan, I'll show you a graph of where he goes from 70 all the way down to $7 as soon as the challenge finished, and it's kind of funny actually. Sabonis, this is a moment, an all-star that we haven't seen, so that's a good pull as well. And Justin Holiday, haven't seen that one. Malcolm Brogdon we have. Miles Turner we haven't. And then we go to the Clippers and we get a Kawhi Leonard that we haven't seen before. And he is very high. He's number 9 on our all-time popularity contest list. So he's a good get as well. And remember, look for these in the marketplace. If some of these are your favorite player, go to the marketplace and watch the floor of these players. Watch the low ask. See where it moves. And when it starts to bottom out and level out, which I'll show you soon, what that looks like in graph form and where to go, pay attention because that you might be able to find yourself a bargain. So Patrick Beverley, I've got him. He's not very valuable at all. Paul George, I actually really like this dunk. It's going for not much at the moment, maybe $9, $8. But in my Dunk of the Year video a while back now, he was my second pick behind Anthony Edwards for Dunk of the Year, and that's this moment. But as far as liquidity goes, let's look at him. Paul George, he's all the way down to 31. I don't think he's very popular at all in general based on that because he's, like I said, it's a really good dunk. It's a decent moment. It's common. There's a lot of them, but doesn't seem to be selling for very much. Reggie Jackson's in there. And then we go to the Lakers and we got Anthony Davis, which is a moment we haven't seen before. So keep an eye out for that if you're a Lakers fan. Now, the interesting one here is LeBron James, the assist. And this one has fluctuated quite a lot. Now, I've lost it. There we go. I'm going to sort the commons by lowest ask descending. So if I'm going to go to filters, then I'm going to go to series. No, I'm not. I'm going to go to sets. I'm going to go base set series 2. Not common gift. Where are we? Base set series 2 common. And what you'll see is, other than the rookies, LeBron James will be top of the pile. So if you sort these sets by top price of $100, LeBron James is number 1. and he's only just gone below $100. So if I go to this moment, and then we can start evaluating it, and you can do that by scrolling down and going to evaluate.market, continue, and we can start to analyze the journey of this moment. Here we go. Zoom into the pinks, which are the worst serial numbers, and you can see as soon as he's released, if you've watched my videos before, you know that people don't know how to price items when they first come out. So that's a very good point to keep an eye on. When you get your new Lukas and Anthony Davises, people don't know how to price their items when they first come out. So if they chuck it up for $20, just maybe snap it up if it's those guys. Other than that, observe. And what I mean by that is see how it went straight up, straight down, and leveled out. I expect a lot of these moments to do the same. Go straight up, straight down, and level out, or the other way around. Go straight down, up, and then correct, and then eventually level out. Now, everything kind of like the whole marketplace here is trending downwards, but lately he's kind of leveled off under $100, which for a long time was a steal, because for a long time he was well over $100, hovering around the $160 mark. So these are the things to look out for when your moment comes out. Go to evaluate.market, go to the sales history at the bottom of the page. Look at what the most recent sales are, because when these drop, it'll be fire. It'll be transaction. So keep an eye on these, because they are going to go nuts, and there's going to be one every few minutes. And it's very late in America right now. You all should be sleeping. In Australia, though, there's transaction every few minutes still, even though it's, you know, America's not awake. So the marketplace is going to be on fire when these things drop again. So my point is, this thing for this moment is cheap right now, but when the new moments drop, this could come right down to goodness knows what. And there's always one idiot that prices it at something just absolutely ridiculous. I've seen the LeBron 3-pointer recently posted for $5, and the cheapest it's been for months is $420. Don't comment and say it might have been a deal, might have been that. If it was a deal, risky business. Anyway, moving on. So we got that. We got Montrezl Harrell. I've got him. He's not very valuable. Taylor Horton-Tucker, though, very valuable. So if you get him, that is a very good one to get. He was in my list before of one of the most expensive common base moments, because he is one of the limited editions that we're going to get at the top of this chart here. What do we got? Memphis now. We've got Ja Morant, and he is up on our list. Ja Morant is number 6 on our popularity contest, and we're getting a new moment from him. Goes up for an up and under reverse slam. That sounds pretty good. Oh, layup, sorry. Reverse layup. And Sean McDermott, very valuable rookie, and Tillman as well. So keep an eye on these guys. Memphis is a fun team. Kyle Anderson, that's not very valuable at all. And Miami is another fun one as well. We've got 30,000 Andre Iguodala. So if he floats your boat, flies your kite, you are there. Avery Bradley, unfortunately, that's going to look weird because he's moved. We've got more BAMs, which are out on the marketplace, which are not very valuable. And we've got Precious Achiuwa, who is a rookie. So he is very valuable at the moment. And rookies, by the way, I'll put them in my popularity contest. I'll say that they're kind of like the liquid players this year. I won't say that they're liquid players moving forward unless they turn into the Zion, but we know which players are going to be long-term Zions and Ja Morants. Like, we know that Lamelo is going to be around for ages, but we don't know if Mulder or Precious Achiuwa is going to be around long-term. We just don't. So anyway, moving on, we've got more Giannis blocks in Milwaukee. We've got a brand new Chris Middleton moment, which we haven't seen before, so that's pretty cool. Anthony Edwards, if you get this, consider yourself a very blessed person. Either of these, actually, both of these have had their moments of going nuts, because this Anthony Edwards one is, he's actually dunking it on Wiseman, who is the number 2 pick, and Anthony Edwards was the number 1 pick. Kind of makes it extra cool. Okogie, rookie, keep an eye on him. Jaden McDaniels, also keep an eye on him. Karl Anthony Towns, not worth much, but we do get a new moment. Moving on to the New Orleans Pelicans from New Orleans Pelicans, sorry, from Ingram and Hart. And Hart has been very forward he's one of our NBA Top Shot players, so maybe that gives him an extra bumper. And we've also got Kira Lewis Jr. with his first career basket. So that will be a nice pull as well if you grab that one. Anything with the 100 against it here in this chart, or even less than 10,000, you'd be very thankful to have. So it's a long list to keep an eye of in the marketplace. But like I said, you've got to educate yourself, especially when you get your pack, educate yourself. And even when other people are getting their packs and you haven't got yours, really pay attention to the marketplace, because you might find some real steals. If you've got a couple of players or 10 or 15 or 2 players that you want to keep an eye on, get your tabs open, keep an eye on them. Zion, we got more of them. I mean, he's number 2 in our popularity contest list. And then you move on to Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Actually, he's a really good one to get as well. Obi Toppin, he's very much fluctuated in price, as have all the rookies recently. And have we got Quickly in here as well? Yeah, Quickly. He was a really good example. He shot to almost $2,000, but not quite. 1.5 at least, and he shot right back down to 500, and he's done a lot of yo-yoing lately, and I covered that a little bit in the video before last. He's been really fluctuating, and now the floor is going to drop again. Now, I don't know if Quickly's got long-term value. He's not near the Rookie of the Year, but big fan base, maybe. He seems to be a bit of a hot topic, so that'll be an interesting one to follow. And Toppin as well. He's a dunk machine, and he's been fairly valuable, and right now he's the cheapest he's ever been. We got some George Hills, never seen before. Some Shai Gilgeous that we've never seen before. Dort and Muscala, they're pretty rare. And Maladon, also another rookie that you can cash this year as well, because he's a rookie, like we said. Okogie, Cole Anthony game winner. He's really fluctuated as a common. He is a 30,000 CC, but he went to $90 or something, came back all the way down. I think he's in the teens again, under $20 now. I could be wrong, but his limited edition one is still at a good price. Philly, I'm going to skip straight to Philly because Orlando just blew it up. We're going to get a Ben Simmons and a Danny Green that we haven't seen yet, so they'll be pretty cool. I think Ben Simmons might be a bit of a liquid player. Let's have a look. Ben, 35. Okay, so he's right up there with some others that I think, but in Australia, I think he's pretty popular. Joel Embiid, we've had lots of them. Matisse Thybulle, Maxi's the one I'm looking for. Maxi is the rookie that's really shone for them that you want to keep an eye on. And Tobias Harris, there's a moment there we haven't seen from him before. Carmelo Anthony from Portland. I wonder if this is his last year. If it is, that thing will shoot up later. If it isn't, I've speculated for nothing. But just a theory. I don't know. It could be his last year. A few limited editions. Buddy Hield we haven't seen before, and a Marvin Bagley III we haven't seen before. But we've also got more De'Aaron Foxes, which we've had on the marketplace. But Tyrese Halliburton is the one that you really want in Top Shot land from Sacramento. Either of these are good. I used to have this one, but I sold him for a large price because I couldn't quite believe that someone was paying $99 for a 35,000 CC. But I posted at that price thinking it wouldn't sell, and it did, so be it. I'll be looking to get him back when the floor drops, I think, because I do like him. He's kind of cool. Moving on, Patty Mills. Oh, I didn't know this, actually. I'm going to get this one, for sure. Just because he's Aussie. Not financial advice. Hashtag not financial advice. Just I'm going to get him because he's an Aussie. New moment. We haven't seen it before. Moving on to Toronto. Chris Boucher is your rookie there. And we've got a new one from Lowry. And he didn't get traded, so he might move on next year. Might be his last season. Toronto legend. That might be a decent little one if you're looking for an entry level. Utah, best record, we've got a Rudy Gobert, if that floats your boat. I think we've all seen Rudy Gobert block a shot or hit a floater, so yeah, blocks a floater, so yeah, whatever. I mean, he's probably not going to be hugely essential, but we've got Ajvida from Washington. He is a rookie limited edition, very good one to get. And we've also got a Russell Westbrook that we haven't seen before. So these are the moments. I know this has turned into a long video, but pay attention when you get your packs. Make sure you look at evaluate.market if it's a moment we've had before. If it's not, observe the bottom of the sales page. and possibly look at live token to see if people are posting those moments that you're after at a price that's frankly ridiculous or a bargain. For me, I'm going to keep track of these liquid players. I want to see where LeBron and Zion and Luka go, especially the ones we haven't seen before, like Luka. And I didn't actually mention Giannis, did I? Oh, I did. And we've already had him, and we're getting a bit more of him. So look, these aren't rares and these aren't legendaries, but these are nice moments. So if you're looking at the liquid players, they're nice moments to have. But the other thing you can do is you can turn a common moment into a slightly rarer moment by stacking them. So if you find yourself with 5 LeBrons and he goes up in value, essentially you've just turned let's just say a $50 moment. I'll say a $100 moment. You might have turned a $100 moment into a $200 moment. But if you had 4 of them, you've turned a $400 moment into an $800 moment. So that's how you can maybe, if you're good and you get it right, you can turn a common into a profitability of a rare. Just my thoughts. If you stick to the liquid players, being this chart here and the rookies. But that's, again, my opinion, hashtag not financial advice. I wish you all the best of luck in your pre-order pack drop. Please do your research. Again, I will put this spreadsheet in the description so you can have a look at it. Get some tabs open from Marketplace, and as soon as the packs start, as soon as Twitter fires up and the packs start entering into people's accounts, keep an eye on your Marketplace and your favorite players that you want, and best bidding. All right, guys, that's it from me. If you like this video or you had any value, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button twice. Leave a comment of what moment you are going to be hunting for, and I will see you in the next video. Appreciate you. See ya.